The Po' Boy Pundits podcast is brought to you by What Lola Wants. Go to WLWPrivateChefs.com for information to reserve top quality chef and restaurant services in the Chicagoland area. Pulpery Media presents Po' Boy Pundits with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the political headlines that grab our attention and all those little jerks that infuriate us.
I don't even know how to say this because it sounds fake, but the editor of The Atlantic was in a group chat discussing war plans.
Yeah, all right, so, again, and I know we don't have answers to this yet. So was it like a pre-existing group chat?
Well, that's what I was saying off air. Like, did he create this group chat and just big fat thumbed the wrong... content.
Thought it was another Eric or something.
Right.
Like,
like I do at work. Right? It's like, wrong guy.
Yeah, or you can only search by last name, and there's like 5 Johnsons.
Yeah, exactly. 37 Williams and Rochambeau's, Delacroix. Never mind.
What's that person's first name? Oh, whatever. I'll just
send it to all of you, and one of you will know who I'm talking about. Yes. Especially about something like this wasn't like, okay, we're going to go have some beers or like talking about rapey stuff, which is what I assume they do in these group chats.
Yeah.
Especially all these old white dudes.
It's just like
fascist.
Send pictures of their own dicks to each other.
Right. No. They were talking about fucking war plans.
Military secrets.
That happened.
Well,
it wasn't like, they talked about this. No.
And the funny part is that it's like, okay, you were doing it. I mean, I guess that's. I mean, it makes sense. You're in a secured, encrypted chat room, but then you fuck up and add the editor of the Atlantic. And
then we talked about it off air about like him just going, "Oh my God, somebody's fucking with me, right?" Don't respond.
It's a Hegseth chatbot.
Right. Like,
no way.
What the fuck is this? And then you start seeing the replies and you go, oh. Hey, honey, come here.
Wait. It's like, what are the odds that I have a Hegseth, Trump, and Tulsi Gabbard and, Rubio in the same chat?
Yes.
No way. No.
What? And look at how dumb they are.
What? And then like when it occurs, like, oh, this shit is real, then he's got to be asking himself, the editor, going, why am I involved?
Right. Like, what do I need to say something? Yeah. And then it happens, and then he's like, well, of course I'm going to say something now.
Yeah. But like, do I
with receipts? Like,
are they? Yeah, did they ask? Or they put me in here so I could ask them questions?
Like shouldn't I get a verification code like on my Teams meetings at work? Like, do I need to check my email for the code to get into the secure network?
Should there be a 2-step verification?
Yeah, 2-step authentication to get into this motherfucker.
No, this is how our government works.
That is our government at work.
Yeah.
Like wartime shit.
But,
I guess it tracks.
Hillary's email servers are the most dangerous thing.
No, it's not. It's Hunter Biden's laptop.
Right. But not randomly adding the free press onto your military group.
The editor of The Atlantic, and then our president, Schittler, was like directly asked, I don't know anything about that. But what I do know is I hate The Atlantic. I think they're a terrible organization. That magazine, he kept saying magazine. And I know it's a magazine, technically, right?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
But it's also anytime, they're like, remember back in the day when like Vanity Fair would have one of those like huge, and then everybody, like The Atlantic does that monthly.
Right.
And like people daily quote it all the time, like, from this article in the Atlantic.
The AP has reported this.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Atlantic are sourced in so much shit. But, and that's their response. Of course they're going to be like, I don't know anything. Trump. I don't know anything about that, but I never liked the Atlantic. They're very untrustworthy. Like
and I'm not saying this because they tear down everybody.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
They are like the last reputable,
Correct.
true publication out there that's not owned.
They're like John Oliver, who will skewer any human being on the planet.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. They are legit.
I mean, I get why Trump doesn't like it, because we know Trump doesn't read. I mean, when Pete Davidson is making the podcast rounds going, this dude doesn't read. Like, he has no comprehension skills.
Well, his first term, they were bringing him in, like, shit on crayons and pictures for him to look at.
Oh, yeah.
At his daily briefings.
That's probably why he likes McDonald's, because they'll put the pictures inside the wrapper.
Oh, he's so...
and
the Happy Meals come with, like, coloring shows. That fucking idiot.
He's probably the only person keeping Bazooka Joe alive.
That's too woke for him, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so the real president, Musk, speaking again of the Pentagon, sat in on some... I'm assuming it's a daily briefing that the Pentagon has. I know they have them. Musk, not confirmed, not a citizen.
Yeah.
He's an immigrant.
But he's not from a shithole country,
he's
apparently.
A Nazi who owns an echo chamber.
Yeah, who's, is apartheid money.
Correct. Blood money through and through.
Yeah.
And he's sitting in on some of our most important.
I just wonder what the Joint
secrets.
Chiefs think of that. Like,
I mean, what are they going to do at this point?
No, but and like, I'm not saying that they would say. I mean, they would never say anything publicly. Anyway.
No, absolutely not.
But you just
they're
wonder.
Probably vomiting.
Yeah, I mean, and to think about that, like, you get a Fox News commentator as your Secretary of Defense.
Say that
who
again?
is your boss?
A Fox News contributor with Nazi tattoos.
Yeah, but they're coming in and going here's what the president wants, and then you career military people who have achieved that position by effectively knowing more and serving more valiantly than anybody else.
And there's a chain of command there, and everybody respects and understands the rules and how shit works.
But apparently, if you're on TV or you got a big enough checkbook, you can get in that room.
You know what? You're going to get into the most secure room on the planet.
Yeah. Right
here, and we're going to talk about things that you shouldn't be hearing. But guess what? You want a Diet Coke with that? You need your kid in here with us? I mean, I don't see... that's what we're dealing with.
Well, and that's what, I just wonder now if there's... I mean, and we exist in corporate-ish worlds. I mean, one directly corporate, one that wants to imitate it. If there's, the meeting after the meeting...
Oh, I'm sure there is. Yeah, there's a wrap-up.
Where they go into, it's just the Joint Chiefs and being like, okay, here's what we're not doing.
Right. At this point, you got to think the smarter adults in the room are going, okay, if we're going to have, we need the presentation. Oh, by the way, douchebag Musk is going to be here with the rest of these idiots.
Yeah. So,
let's just, I don't know, somebody make a pretty PowerPoint for him, maybe.
Or now it's like they start talking to, the JAG Corps and going, okay, we're going to need a constitutional argument as to why we don't do this, right?
He is effectively a citizen, just a normal human.
Yeah,
He's not even a citizen, just a normal human.
Correct. I mean, we have more right to be in there than he does.
Correct.
Yeah.
Other than money.
And if we tried to walk in,
earplugs.
If we tried to walk into,
we wouldn't get in the parking lot.
No,
I've been there.
I mean, we could get into the visitors lot and go into the entryway, but at a certain point, it'd be like, well, you don't have a guest pass.
You don't. Yeah. Who are you? Get the fuck out of here before I shoot you in the face. Fuck's wrong with you?
Go up to Langley if you want to do that shit.
Right. They're the fucking idiots over there. Christ. God, I fucking hated that place. So this is the same guy who is losing billions of dollars all over the world because he is. I love the fact that his brand has become the Volkswagen of today.
I mean, is it that surprising?
I'm just saying. If you know, you know. But
right.
I'm just saying.
No, and I mean, and that he's like completely, apparently taken by surprise by this. Like,
yeah,
you go out, and this is why, and I do take issue with even classifying him as a nerd.
No,
like he's just a spoiled rich kid.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's been proven that he doesn't play the video games that he says he plays.
No, yeah,
like he
doesn't know the software of the companies that he was supposedly built.
He didn't. He's not a founder.
Yeah, he's not a coder. He's not anything like that.
He's a co-founder because he bought in, and that was part of the fucking deal.
Correct.
You have to put me on.
Yeah, he's a venture capitalist. He's not
with mommy and daddy's blood money.
Yeah. He's not a creator, and but this, like, you go out, like, you should know. I mean, there's a reason why Jeff Bezos doesn't really talk in front of cameras, because he knows, like, oh, if I open up my mouth, like, this is a bad thing.
Everybody knows Bezos is
a horrible human being.
Horrible human. But you're right. Like, the least exposure I personally can get, the better.
But, and now, like, Musk is finding that out. Like, you're on camera all the time. Everybody
Everything you do
starts realizing, like, you're fucking weird.
Did you see the thing with the forks where he was, like, balancing, like, 4 forks at a fucking table? Everybody's went... Like a formal event.
He's doing a parlor trick.
He's sitting there with these forks balancing, like 4 of them. Oh, no, there's a woman next to him, but I think the rest of the table's empty. He's just like he is, never mind.
But yeah, and you have, but it's not even in the United States at this point. Like, it's around the world, people are protesting.
Oh yeah, 94%
Tesla
down
dealership.
In Germany.
You have high profile, I mean, I don't normally think celebrities can sway anything, but you got celebrities posting on TikTok of selling their Teslas.
Yeah, I saw a woman who was like, I've had two, and now I bought this. And then she went into the hole at a net 20-something thousand, like a loss.
Yeah, just to get rid of it.
But yeah, a negative.
What was it? Mark, or the senator from Arizona, the former astronaut,
yes.
Mark Kelly. And he was posting, like, man, when I bought this car, I'm an astronaut. I like things that go fast, and this car goes fast. He's like, now I don't fucking want this shit.
No. The best ones are if you keep it, you can't afford to, like, sell it off and lose money. You just put that bumper sticker on it that says, I bought this before I knew he was a Nazi.
Or you got people that are changing they're peeling off the T
Tesla logo
and putting, like, a BMW or a Mercedes on there.
Speaking of the T, someone turned it upside down and put 2 dots in the triangle, and it looked just like a Klansman.
Of course.
And then another one I saw was the T right side up, and it was like, this is just Elon in a thong, and then they superimposed it on Elon.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like, oh my god, that is so disgusting.
I mean, there's an easy cock and balls there.
Yeah.
So,
it is. Like his SpaceX rockets look like cocks.
Now, it's like, the one thing I don't necessarily agree with is that somebody spray painting another individual's private automobile.
Yeah, no. You can go to the dealership
and
throw Molotov cocktails. Hey, Pam Bondi, I hope you hear that. You fucking cunt. No, excuse me. You thunder cunt.
There you go.
I'm okay with that. Because, like, those dealerships, whatever.
Yeah.
They're fine. They've got insurance. You can Molotov cocktail and swastika that shit.
But don't screw over somebody who's going to take a wash,
right?
Even if they can resell.
Exactly. Like, if you follow them around and prove that they're a Nazi.
Yeah.
Okay. It's one of those Witcher like.
The following segment has been brought to you by Whatever Lola Wants. Go to WLWPrivateChefs.com for information to reserve top quality chef and restaurant services in the Chicagoland area. The Po' Boy Podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion, marketing by Brock Ryder, graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion, Music by the Heisenberg Compensators.